Okay, so crashed the 230S last week, the one that had been rebuilt 5 times previously. So now I'm going to be building another 230S, but this time using a Rakon chassis, which is carbon fiber and aluminum, and this is the servo support structure, which I'm fiddling with right now, and using the 230S, the ninth version that I have here as a guide for the direction of the servos, etc. And using, so the servos are the original servos from 5 helicopters ago, as is the receiver and the main motor. The tail rotor motor is new because the shaft got bent in the last crash. And to go with the Rakon carbon fiber chassis, we have carbon fiber landing gear and carbon fiber tail and orange tail rotor blades, as well as aluminum orange tail boom and the Angry Bird. So that's what the name of this heli is going to be, the Angry Bird. Oh, and of course, can't have a nice carbon fiber chassis without some carbon fiber blades. So we have the carbon fiber blades to go with it. So yeah, now I'm just piecing all the little bits together. I'm not going to bore you with that. Wouldn't want anybody to get discouraged by the amount of work, but also using upgraded swashplate, aluminum instead of the plastic, upgraded aluminum main head for the shaft, putting new bearings on the grips, thrust bearings, as well as new main shaft, and what else? Most other pieces that are going with this as well. So mostly, basically a new helicopter except for the servos and the main motor. So we'll film again when the thing is complete. That's the instructions that come with that carbon fiber chassis. So we'll see how that goes. All right, later. Okay, so as you can see, I've assembled the servo mount and put on the servos and the main gear, main shaft, main gear, nice aluminum swash plate and aluminum head. Had to shave down this, had to shave down the guide that goes inside of the anti-rotation guide because it was too thick and wouldn't move smoothly. And then threaded the wires through the new boom from the tail rotor motor and secured the tail boom. So that's good. Oh, also I changed all of these things were all worn from about 200 flights prior to the fatal crash. So I changed all 3 of them out to fresh ones, made sure they're the same length as the ones I took off. So now we're going to add the motor to the main frame and then add the receiver and the electronic speed controller, and then I guess the final step will be to mate this piece to this piece, and now begins to kind of look like a heli. Apologies for the camera action. I have a a flashlight tied to my head, and so I'm looking at this on a, this is a GoPro I'm using, and I'm looking at it on my iPad. So anyway, that's beginning to look like a heli there. Again, that's the night heli that I'm using as my guide. So we'll resume this in a little while. Okay, so you have the heli. Let's turn the light on here. So we have the heli beginning to take shape. I put the electronic speed controller and the receiver. The receiver had a bad antenna, so I had to get another receiver. I also decided to go ahead and put a new ESC, electronic speed controller, and a new motor and pinion, because why not? I had the spare parts. So it's almost fully assembled. Also connected the swash plate to the servos. So now I just have to, with the landing gear on, connect the servos, finish building the head with the grips, and put the hub on for the rear. And yeah, so total time so far about 2.5 hours, three hours maybe. But it's coming together. So soon we'll have it looking more like a helicopter. Okay, so here it is. Put all the pieces together, connected the servos in the right spots, connected the ESC, connected the ESC to the motor. Had to make the holes here for the connecting rods a little wider, because this aluminum supposedly upgrade didn't have a big enough hole for them to work. But got it working, and already did a spin up without the blades on there. Everything works, including the rear rotor, and swash plate seems level, and everything seems to be working. So I got good mesh between the pinion and the main gear, with just a little bit of lash. So next step is battery's charging right now. We'll do a little test hover in the street before flying it tomorrow. So there it is, all carbon fiber. Look at the blades, aren't they pretty? Carbon fiber blades and carbon fiber body, and it's just pretty. I just hope it stays this pretty. Yeah, check out the rear rotor. Has this nice little orange finishing part to it, and this is also carbon fiber. So yeah, very nice. Okay, so we've powered up the transmitter, renamed it Angry Bird, because you can see what canopy looks like, an Angry Bird. And now, so it's powered up,
hold mode,
put it on hold mode, normal mode, and throttle down. Connect this puppy up. Means everything is bound and working like it should. Put on the canopy. Check the swash plate for adjustments. Seems to be working fine. Okay, let's see if this thing has unwanted vibration. So this is the first flight And what we're doing is we're just going to check for unwanted vibrations, which could indicate that the swash plate connecting rods are not moving well. So let's see. Oh,
Normal mode.
normal mode.
Timer start.
Ooh. All the control surfaces are working. Doesn't seem to be any. It's really windy out here, so it's not the best conditions, but doesn't seem to be any unwanted vibrations at normal head speeds.
Time remaining 7 minutes.
So